Okay, let's see if we can put one of these together. See how well that works. Okay, there's the butterflies. Three. So you get 3 card bases, and this is the 4th card. There's a little bit of foam underneath those. Well, she didn't send any instructions, so it's basically just kind of look at it and wing it. These little antennae on these little guys are pretty delicate, and so she packaged them pretty good to get them here, considering our mail system. But anyway, so here's our insides, inside decorations. Well, you know, I have stamps, so I'll have to pull my stamper out and find the sentiment to put in there. All right. And she did not send any envelopes, so no envelopes come with this kit. So you'll have to use your own stash for envelopes, and these look like your regular A2 size, 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. Yeah, I just think for the cost of these, I don't know, they were pretty pricey for no more than you get. Maybe, you know, you just pay the price for the automation, I guess, because otherwise you'd end up, you know, getting a card kit from some of the more expensive places where you get a lot of supplies. I mean, you get a lot more supplies comparatively speaking for cost. And it looks like 6 each one. Kind of in a in-between stage with my house. I'm supposed to be clearing out my dining room, which is also my craft room, and we're going to get some new flooring in the dining room, tear out this old carpet. Our house is like, I don't know, it was built in like 1904 or something like that. It's really old. We replaced the floor in the kitchen in the fall, but I have to clean everything out of here, and I just kind of been putting it off. We were waiting till spring. Anyway, I can hardly hang on to these with my bad fingers. So I'm going to get started, and I couldn't find my glue. And so I pulled out this art glitter glue. So I'm going to improvise. I'm going to use this little paintbrush. And then I could just wash it's pretty stiff. My granddaughter must have used it. So it'll work. So improvise, ingenuity. Anyway, I pulled out what supplies I could find, and I definitely have enough supplies. Just being able to know where it's all at, I don't know what box I put it in. Okay, so let's get started. Now, I know a lot of people do this different than I do. These kind of kits, I just start from the base up and then work my way up. And the reason why I do that is because the pieces are already done, and if I'm doing too much fingering, trying to glue everything on, I personally will break these little antennas or do something crazy. This is the same on both sides. And some people would use glue, but I don't use glue. mostly because it's messy. And so I just as soon just cut a few pieces off of this, and I don't care, you know, they don't have to be uniform. I just stick them on. My dog's snoring. You might hear her snore. Now you got to peel each one off, which is a pain. But, you know, I've watched so many of the really talented YouTubers over the years for card making. And for the life of me, I just don't have what they have. And I've avoided, you know, trying to, don't do what I do. A lot of times, if you don't open it up and look before you put it on, you're going to put it on weird. But I've got it right side up, and I know this piece doesn't matter, but the others obviously do. But I just don't have what I call the talent. But I just don't feel like I have the imagination to do beautiful creations on my own. And I know they say, well, you're not supposed to copy anybody, and then you look for inspiration and you do the printouts on the card ideas, and you're supposed to change it up a little. And still, even then, my mind just doesn't go there very easily. So it's going to be a challenge for me to put out some of these videos where I'm just doing a card from a kit. I don't know if there's an right side. Looks like right side, like this. That was close. There again, see? Klutzy crafter. I knock more things over, and you'll see when I do the diamond painting. I mean, it's just terrible. Okay, so the next thing is the butterfly. And so, looks like about there. Alrighty. Now what you could do if you wanted to do dimension, which a lot of people do dimension, you could just, you know, put a strip here and then puff up the ends, and that would give it a little bit of a dimension. So what you have to decide is really how much money you want to spend to mail it. What do I want to do? So I'm going to do this. And what's going to be easy? That's going to be easy. Let's put one there. Put one there. One thing about these, man, you got to get it on the way you want it, because once it's on, it's kind of on. So we're going to do this. And then, I didn't put too much on. Maybe you should have put another one. Yeah. Yeah, that might be enough in dimension. Some people might have put 2, and that would have really brought the wings up. But we'll just stick with that. All right. So the next is the pink. Oh, for heaven's sakes. Okay. See if we can find that place again. That little happy place. Well, I couldn't have cut that better if I'd have planned. Got that a little crooked. See, that would just drive me crazy, but I'm going to kind of cover it up a little bit, maybe. Yeah, but she's got that covered up, so I could probably cover that up with a leaf if it's not perfect. It's pretty. All right, so next are the leaves, it looks like. And so she's got a leaf about here and a leaf about here. And another leaf about here. And all right, well, let's go with that. This is my favorite glue, or glitter glue. So, whoa, we are going to improvise. Lord. Okay, so I am going to just put looks like it's around that first, and I'm going to put it there. Doesn't have to be perfect. It's homemade, remember? And I guess when I'm doing it, you really kind of have to remember that. Which just kind of sucks, you know. Alrighty. Poured way too much glue. I don't know if I could get all that back in there or not. So this, you almost want to put, let's turn it a little ways. I think you kind of need an extra piece, like right there. I could find my tweezers, which I have, this would work a whole lot slicker. And I'm gonna just stick it in there just like that and give it a little bit more dimension so it doesn't poke down on that one side. Almost done. Let's do the, looks like she used glue, I bet. Yeah, I think she used glue. Feels like glue. That's the other thing too, that when you use glue versus the double-sided tape, it's just flexible. I mean, it's a softer card. Yeah, this is, she used glue. You can feel it. It's hard and crusty. So, I mean, you can do obviously whatever you want to use, but for me, yeah, I would rather use double-sided tape to put pieces on. And you could pop that up too if you wanted to, or you could just lay it flat. So I already have some dimension. And I already used the piece back there. What do I want to do? Kind of like to pop it up. Can I get the whole thing off? Any other time, I wouldn't be able to get it. Got a lot of animal hair. It's a good thing nobody will see that part, huh? Okay, so maybe I'll just put two dimensions on there anyway, and then call it good. Got that straight. Yeah, I like it better with a little dimension. So that's not too much. I mean, you're already popping it up a little bit. You might as well do that. You know, that is kind of a pretty card. Yeah. I still don't know if it's worth the money. Anyway, okay, so the next thing are these little guys. I really need my gem picker. Oops, sorry, Lucy. Sorry. Poked you right in the nose. I'm sorry. It was your butt. Sorry. My dogs are laying right by my feet. Okay, I tried using this with my diamond painting. About ruined it. I don't know if it'll even pick them up. Yep, still will. All right, so we're gonna do this. And we're gonna put a little bit of glue here. A little bit, whoops, not there. A little bit of glue there. A bit of glue there. And I know she put them there. I don't know. So put this big one there. So where do I think? Do I want to put them there? Not really. I could put one here. I mean, I see why she did that. You don't really have a lot of choices. See, to me it looks bare here. And hers looks bare here and here. So I don't know, I'll probably try to find some in my stash and put something here and something here, I think. Maybe a different color, maybe green. If I can find some green ones. That's what I would do. So pull some things out of your stash if you wanted to and change them. All right, let's see what we can do here. I'm not very good with my left hand. I'm gonna put that there. Okay, done. So I would say all in all, that's a pretty card. And what I just did, see if I'd have done the inside of the card first. See, that's why I work from the bottom up. I should have done the inside of the card first. But anyway, so this will have to go in here, and I will probably have to glue that piece in. But anyway, that will go in there, and then the card will be finished. As you can see, this one is hers, and these three are the ones that I duplicated. This one I made completely flat, which pretty easy to mail. I think that this would probably pass through their system and not too noticed with regular postage is kind of what I think. Not too bad. And then these two, I went ahead and used the dimension on the cards. A little bit of dimension, not much. Just underneath the butterfly on the bottom one, and then the flowers, and this, the sentiment with the banner. So those are the 4 cards you get with the kit. Yeah, and I know that this particular seller, this Nancy Brown, so for 4 cards, yeah, I don't know if it would be worth it. She had a lot of other cards in her shop. You definitely could take a look at it and see what you think. Would I buy it again? I don't know. I'd have to think about it. I'd have to either really want her card style or the cards that she's particularly offering to pay for it again. I don't like the fact that there are no envelopes with the kit, because the card kit cost $30.99, and that includes shipping. Otherwise, it's $23.99 just for the kit, and $30.99 by the time you've had shipping. So that is $7.50 a card just to make. And yeah, I just think that's too high. And so I would probably, even though they're nice cards in the end, I would probably never buy this again. Would I recommend them to somebody who had the money and didn't mind spending $7.50 to make one card without an envelope included, or any other supplies included in a kit? Yeah, I suppose, you know, if you were so inclined. But for the average person, it's not worth it, I don't think.